Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ. In this video, I will bring to you the current affairs of 9th of January in English. Let's start the video. Now recently, Mukhtar Babayev has been named as the President Designate for the 29th session of the COP29. COP29 will be held in which country? Now recently we have concluded with the COP28 that was hosted in Dubai, and Sultan Al Jaber, he was the president of COP28. Now we will have COP29, and COP29 will take place in Baku, which is the capital of Azerbaijan. So Azerbaijan, it will take place in Azerbaijan, COP29, and the president will be Mukhtar Babayev. Now Mukhtar Babayev, he replaces Sultan Al Jaber. Okay, Sultan Al Jaber was the president of COP28 and Mukhtar Babayev COP29. Now in Azerbaijan, the biggest oil and gas company is called SOCAR. So SOCAR is the name of National Oil Company of Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is a very oil-rich country. It is not to be taken lightly, right? And let me also tell you that COP30, you should know, definitely you should know. COP30 will take place in Brazil. Which city? Belém do Pará. Belém do Pará. So Belém do Pará is the name of the city in Brazil where COP30 will take place. And Azerbaijan was also in news because it is fighting with Armenia. There is a war. There is a very serious war going on currently between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Why? Why are they fighting? Because there is a disputed area known as Nagorno-Karabakh. Nagorno-Karabakh. So they are fighting over Nagorno-Karabakh, right? As Armenia and Azerbaijan. And Armenia therefore wants weapons, and Armenia is buying them from India. So recently Armenia was given the Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launcher and ammunition. So Armenia purchased Pinaka rockets from India, right? So do remember all these things. Union Minister Sarbanan Sonowal, he chaired the inaugural Inland Waterways Development Council meeting in Kolkata on which of the following vessel? Now this meeting took place on this beautiful ship. It's a luxury ship called MV Ganga Queen. So Inland Waterways Development Council is an organization that was set up in October 2023. So this organization has been set up only 3 or 4 months back. So this is a new organization called Inland Waterways Development Council. It will work under the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterway. So what is the job of this Inland Waterways Development Council? As the name says, it will work under the Inland Waterways Authority of India that works under the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterway. So you have to increase the waterways in India, right? So what is their target? I will tell you the target. So they have 2 targets. The first target is that currently the Inland Waterways Transportation, IWT means what? Inland Water Transportation. Inland water transportation, currently it is only 2% of India's total transport. Like for example, if you want to send something, so let's say this is a cargo and you have to send it from place A to place B. Now you have various options. You can sell it by air, called air cargo. You can send it by road, that is you can send it by bus. You can send it by train, cargo train. You can send it by truck. When I said bus, I meant truck. You can send it by, other ways. So the share out of the total cargo transport in India, inland water transportation is only 2%. But we want to make it how much? So we want to make it 5% by 2030. So this is the first target. What is the target? The share of IWT, inland water transportation, we will want to increase it from the present 2% to 5% by 2030. And the second one is a very, very ambitious target. Now currently the inland water transportation, they are carrying approximately 120 million ton per annum of cargo. And we want to increase it to 500 MTPA by 2047. So we want to increase it 400%. We want to make it 4 times. More than 4 times, right? So we want to increase it from 120 million ton per annum to 500 million ton per annum by 2047. So very, very important question, right? Like, what is the target of Inland Waterways Authority of India or Inland Waterways Development Council? Now, how many inland waterways are there in India? So in India, you will find 111 inland waterway. Now in the exam, they can ask you only National Waterway 1 and National Waterway 2. So National Waterway 1 is the longest one. It is on the Ganga River and it is from Prayagraj to Haldia. And NW2 is on the Brahmaputra River from Sadia to Dhubri in Assam. It is from Sadia to Dhubri in Assam. Is that absolutely clear? So keep a track on it, right? Keep a track on it. And one more thing was announced here, which is Harit Nauka guidelines. Harit Nauka. The word Harit means green. Nauka means a boat. Boat in Hindi is called Nauka. 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 Harit Nauka means green boat. So Harit Nauka guidelines were launched on this occasion, which is basically for green boating. We want to make our boat tourism green, all of that. And how much money will the government spend? Government will spend 45,000 crore for the development of river cruise tourism. Government will spend 45,000 crore for the development of river cruise tourism, right? That is what they want to also achieve. So all these things do remember. Harit Nauka. What is Harit Nauka? Harit Nauka guidelines are for making the the boat sector sustainable or reduce the carbon emissions from the boat sector. By the way, we also had a Global Maritime India Summit that was held recently in Mumbai. That happened in the month of October 2023. Which of the following organization has successfully tested 10AH silicon graphite anode based high energy density lithium ion cell? Now look, this is nothing complicated. Basically, lithium ion battery is there, right? Now in lithium ion battery, the anode is graphite. Okay, anode is graphite. But we have developed a lithium ion battery. Lithium ion cell means lithium ion battery, it means the same thing. Here we will not use graphite as anode. Okay, instead of graphite, we will use silicon graphite. Okay, we will not use pure graphite. The conventional or the old lithium ion batteries, they use pure graphite. We will not use pure graphite. We will use a type of graphite known as silicon graphite. So it is a composite material which is made up of silicon and graphite. So this is cost effective. It stores more energy density is there, and it is much better. So this technology has been tested by ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. ISRO, right? And ISRO was in news recently. In fact, ISRO used these batteries in the PSLV C58 also. That launched which module? The POEM-3 module was launched by PSLV C58. And what is the name of this mission? The mission is called ExpoSat. ExpoSat. In ExpoSat, POEM-3 module was launched. So apart from ExpoSat, which is a satellite, 10 more small satellites were launched, right? And what happened in this ExpoSat mission? What was achieved? So in ExpoSat, there were two things. One is Pollux. Pollux will cater to the medium 8 to 30 keV medium energy X-rays. And Pollux was created by UR Rao Satellite Center, Bangalore. And then Aspect. Aspect will cater to very low energy X-rays, from 0.8 to 15 keV, low energy. And Aspect was made by whom? Aspect was made by the organization which is Raman Research Institute, which is in Bangalore. The International Purple Festival 2024 was inaugurated in which state? Now, what is the meaning of this word purple? See, purple is a color for disability. So let's say if you want to support a person who is differently abled or who is Divyang, what will you do? How can you help that person? Well, you use a lot of purple color. So purple is the color for supporting the people with disability. So this is in Purple Festival means what? This is a festival, inclusive festival for people with disability. So all the people with disabilities, they will come here. They will enjoy just like normal people, So this festival basically celebrate unity and diversity. So it took place in Panji, which is the capital of Goa, and it was organized by the Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disability, which works under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So it was organized by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, right? And purple ambassadors, they were also appointed by the government. Purple ambassador means what? It's a Divyang person who has achieved a lot. So they will be appointed by the government. After 40 years, rhinos, they have returned to stay at Lau Khova and Burachapori Wildlife Sanctuary. Where are they? See, when you talk about rhino, you talk about Assam. As simple as that. Why? Because 90% of India's rhino, they are in the Kaziranga Wildlife Sanctuary, which is also a national park. Kaziranga National Park is in Assam, and the type of rhino that you will find in Assam is a one-horned rhino. One-horned rhino. And you also have a wildlife sanctuary called Mini Kaziranga, which is the Pobitora Wildlife Sanctuary, which is also in Assam. Now, Lau Khoa and Burachapori Wildlife Sanctuary, there were no rhinos left because of excessive poaching. So now rhinos have been brought back here. They will stay here. And where is this wildlife sanctuary? Lau Khova. So Lau Khova is in Nagaon, and Burachapori is in Sonitpur district of Assam, right? And one-horned rhino. So there are five types of rhino in the world. There is black rhino, white rhino, one-horned rhino, the two types of Indonesia rhino called Sumatra and Java rhino. Now, one-horned rhino, what is the IUCN status? Vulnerable. Vulnerable is the IUCN status. Now, I told you two types of rhino are found in Indonesia, and that is why recently Indonesia hosted the men's FIFA Under-17 Football World Cup. It has ended just last week in Indonesia. Who won it? So this tournament was won by Germany, and they defeated France in the final. Now, what was the name of the mascot? So mascot was a rhino. And what was the name of that rhino? Bukaya. Not Bukaya, Bakuya. B-A-C-U-Y-A, Bakuya. You pronounce it as Bakuya, not Bukaya. Bakuya. So Bakuya is the mascot. It's a rhino. It was the mascot for the FIFA Under-17 World Cup that took place in Indonesia. That was won by Germany. Which of the following company has started first crude oil production from its deep sea project in the Krishna Godavari Basin block KGDWN 98-2? So in India, in the Krishna Godavari area, we call it the Krishna Godavari Basin, there is a lot of oil and gas. In fact, Reliance is already exploring. So Reliance is exploring KG. KG means Krishna Godavari D6 block. This has been given to Reliance for exploration. What is exploration? Exploration means upstream. You try to explore the oil and gas, search for oil and gas, right? So KG DWN 98-2. So KG D6 is owned by Reliance, and KG DWN 98-2 is given to ONGC. So the answer of this question is ONGC. ONGC. Now let me tell you, there is immense potential, and this KG DWN 98-2, it is expected that 45,000 barrels per day of oil per day will be taken out from here. And how much gas will be taken out from here? 10 MMS CMD. 10 million metric standard cubic meter per day. 10 MMS CMD, 10 million metric standard cubic meter per day of gas, and 45,000 barrel of oil per day will be taken out from here by ONGC. From where? From KG DWN 98-2 oil and gas field in the Krishna Godavari Basin. And let me tell you, Krishna Godavari Basin is spread in more than 50,000 square kilometer in the Krishna and the Godavari River Basin in Andhra, mainly in Andhra. And it is the biggest natural gas reserves in India, as told by the government of India. The Indian Air Force, they have successfully conducted the first night landing at the Kargil Advanced Landing Ground with which of the following aircraft? So this aircraft is C-130 Super Hercules. It's a transport aircraft. C-130J is a transport aircraft. It is not a battle aircraft. So Indian Air Force commandos, they were also present in this aircraft. It did a landing at the Kargil Advanced Landing Ground, right? So Currently, the Indian Air Force, they have these C-130J at only two places. They have it at the Hindon Air Base, which is in Ghaziabad. This is the largest air base of India. And they also have it in Panagarh Air Base, which is in West Bengal, in the Paschim Bardhaman district. So only two places. And what is the name of the squadron that operates this C-130J? Well, at Hindon, we call it, we call it squadron number 77. And at Panagarh, we call it squadron number 87, which is also known as Wings of Valor Squadron. Wings of Valor Squadron. Now, are these indigenous aircrafts? Of course not. We purchased it from America. From which company? Well, we purchased it from an American company called Lockheed Martin, right? So these aircrafts are built by the American company, and the name of the company is Lockheed Martin. These are very, very useful for India, very highly sophisticated and integrated aircrafts. And advanced landing ground. What is the meaning of advanced landing ground? This is like a, very near to the war zone. We should have some landing ground so that in emergency we can land our planes there. And how many landing grounds are we building? So we are building multiple advanced landing ground. Advanced means at advanced position. Like we are building Neoma airfield, the highest battle airfield in the world in Ladakh. We are building Bagdogra and Barakpur airfield in West Bengal. So three come to mind immediately: Neoma in Ladakh and Bagdogra and Barakpur, both in in West Bengal. Buddhists will celebrate Mahayan New Year on which day? In 2024, they will celebrate it on 25th of January, which is the National Water Awareness Day and National Tourism Day in India. Mahayan New Year. So in Buddhism, we have two types of Buddhism, Hinyan and Mahayan. So in countries like China, Tibet, Mongolia, Taiwan, Japan and Korea, Mahayan Buddhism is followed. So both the Buddhisms, they have like some different teachings, right? There is a difference in the ideology. So Mahayan Buddhists, they are of the view that enlightenment or nirvana, it can be attained through one's lifetime. So even regular Buddhist practitioners, they can reach enlightenment, not just the monks. That is the thought process of the Mahayan Buddhist. So Mahayan is a philosophy, it's a way of life. NHPC, National Hydropower Corporation, they have announced an investment of 4,000 crore in the 750 megawatt Kuppa pumped hydro storage project. Where will it be? It will be set up. It will be set up in Gujarat, in Chota Udaipur. There is a place in Gujarat called Chota Udaipur. So that is where this project is coming up. 750 megawatt capacity hydropower storage project, and 4,000 crore will be spent by NHPC. So NHPC has signed a MOU with Gujarat Power Corporation Limited. Gujarat Power Corporation Limited. Is that clear? And Vibrant Gujarat Summit is taking place now in Gandhinagar for attracting the investments. What is the meaning of pumped storage project? Now, it is very similar to normal hydropower projects. The only difference is that you can use the same water again and again here. Whereas traditional hydropower plants, you can't use the same water repeatedly. That is the difference. So NHPC is a Mini Ratan Category 1 company headquartered in Faridabad, and it is the government public sector hydropower company. Recently, Jallikattu, the traditional bull taming sport, has started in which state? So it has started in Tamil Nadu. It is one of the most famous sports. And similarly, you have a sport called Kambala, which is in Karnataka. You have cockfighting in Andhra, right? So these are our traditional sports. We should be proud of them. Jallikattu has started in Tiruchirappalli, around 500 bulls. So it's a bull taming sport. The bull will come running and there's a crowd of people and they will try to grab the bull and control the bull. That is it. No harm is done. Beautiful festival. So many videos available on YouTube. Do check it out. Even Sri Lanka, the first ever time Sri Lanka is celebrating Jallikattu in Trincomalee. First time ever Sri Lanka is holding Jallikattu event in Trincomalee. Which of the following has won the Best Film Drama Award at the 81st Golden Globe Award? Now, after Oscar or the Academy Award, Golden Globe are the second most prestigious awards. Best film is Oppenheimer, and I agree. I saw this film. It was absolutely amazing. the Oppenheimer by Christopher Nolan. And this is the list. Now, which awards to remember? Best film, best female actor, best male actor, best director, and I think that should be good enough. That should be good enough in my view. Now, Oppenheimer is the best film. Best female actor is Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon. Best male actor is Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer. Best director is Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer. So most of the awards, they were grabbed by Oppenheimer. Is that absolutely clear? Which of the following organization has imposed sanctions on the world's biggest diamond mining company Alrosa and its CEO Pavel Maryanchev? Alrosa is one of the world's largest diamond mining company. In fact, it is the world's second largest diamond mining company after De Beers. De Beers is a South African British company and Alrosa is a Russian company. The answer is European Union. European Union will not buy diamonds from Alrosa, which is a Russian company. 90% of Russia's diamond production is done by Alrosa. NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO Support and Procurement Agency, they have announced a $5.5 billion contract to support a coalition of allies to procure which missile? So this is known as Patriot Missile Defense System. Patriot Missile Defense System, lot of countries of which are a NATO member, they want to purchase. So there is a coalition of Germany, Netherlands, Romania and Spain. All of them together, they want to purchase Patriot missile. And Patriot missiles are made by an American company called Raytheon. Is that clear? Success Masra has been appointed as the Prime Minister of which country? This country is called Chard. So the answer is Chad. It's a African country. Capital is N'Djamena. Now I'm pretty sure it is not pronounced like this, but to be honest, I don't know how to pronounce it. N'Djamena. That's how I would like to pronounce it, but of course you can pronounce it properly. So you know, this country is named Chad after Lake Chad. So Lake Chad is the second largest lake of Africa. The Indian Olympic Association, they have appointed which person as their CEO? CEO will be Raghuram Iyer. And chairman, of course, is the most important position, president, I mean. So PT Usha will remain the president. So he will be more of a salaried employee. He does not have decision-taking power. He will just be an executive, you know, like whatever PT Usha will order, he will have to kind of make sure that it is implemented. India's oldest bear in captivity. In captivity means not in any forest, in captivity, in private possession or in a zoo, or you know, it's a male sloth bear. He has died. What was his name? His name was Bablu, and he died from organ failure at the Van Vihar National Park, which is in Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh. Van Vihar National Park, right? So Bablu came here in 2006. At that time he was 19 years old, but today you can see 17 if you add more. So he was 36 years old. Oldest bear of India, like a sloth bear. Now sloth bears are found mainly in India, Bhutan, Nepal and Sri Lanka. And they are also known as honey bear because they drink honey a lot. They are very fond of honey, right? Their IUCN status is vulnerable. IG drones, they have been awarded a contract to survey the personalized rapid transit corridor of the India's first Neo Metro project in which city? India's first Neo Metro project will be coming in Uttarakhand, and 3 cities will be connected: Haridwar, Rishikesh and Dehradun. Haridwar, Rishikesh and Dehradun, these 3 cities are a part of the personalized rapid transit corridor where Neo Metro, India's first Neo Metro, will run. It will provide seamless connectivity by 2024 to Dehradun, Haridwar and Rishikesh. Neo Metro will revolutionize the rapid transit system, right? This is India's first personalized rapid transit, or PRT corridor as we call it. And in Neo Metro, they run very fast. They have rubber tires. They are driverless electric vehicle, right? They use pod taxis that move on a specially designed track. Zosulapin, recently it was in news. It is a type of what? So it is a type of antibiotic. It is a type of antibiotic made by scientists recently. It can treat a bacteria called Acinetobacter baumannii. Now this bacteria is resistant to most of the antibiotics, but this antibiotic called zosuраbalpin is actually working against this bacteria. Now for the last 50 years, there is no vaccine or drug for this bacteria. It is like resistant to almost all the drugs. So this experiment was done by scientists from Harvard University and a Switzerland company called Hoffmann La Roche. Hoffmann La Roche. Now before I say goodbye to you, I would like to remind to you that I have opened the RBI Grade B discount once again. You can use the code GGCA, everything in capital. The batch is starting on 17th of January, so grab the course before that and get 3000 rupees off. You can buy it for just 6999. This is the best course available in the market. It's a live course, but I will teach pre-recorded. I've already started uploading lectures, by the way, and I'll be starting with all the government schemes very soon. So that was the video for 9th of January. I will see you in the video of 10th of January. Thank you for watching StudyIQ Premium.